Scorpio, hi. I'm going to be doing a general reading today. As it's a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. If you can relate to it, or you do relate to it, there's information in the box below for the extended reading on it. Also, just a few announcements. I am taking personal reading requests right now, and the information for that is also in the box below. I'm also doing love readings for each element once a week on my channel, and I'm doing a prosperity reading and a soulmate reading once a week on my channel. So check those out. Okay, let's get started here. So I'm going to start with Celtic Cross, Scorpio, and I'm using the Llewellyn deck. I will be doing clarification or clarifying cards on the reading, and I'll be drawing cards from the universe as well. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what's going on. Because these are general readings, I never know, what's going to come up here. So I'm always surprised. And let's see what's happening for you. A lot of change here. I've noticed that there's like new beginnings for people these days. And I think that, that kind of year kind of slowdown that we've gone through has accommodated a shift in that I'm seeing anyway in people's lives. All right, so I've got the Two of Swords here, and that's the guide from the universe. I'm just going to draw some clarifiers on that. We got the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So the Two of Swords is definitely making some choices about because we've got the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups, or the Knight of Cups, sorry. So this is definitely about heart opening. You're a water sign, so it's kind of natural for you to be comfortable in, the fluidity of emotions and spiritual energy. And that's what I see happening here, where it's coming, it's bringing more into your life and kind of permeating your life with the Ten of Cups, so that spiritually and heart-centered and love kind of moving into the foreground. So let's see how this translates into the reading now, because this is just, from the universe here. And I can see at the beginning, because you got the Three of Pentacles as an influence above you, and the universe. Now the universe is an end of a cycle. As I just said, I've been noticing that with, with what's been going on here in the world. And so it's definitely the end of a cycle, and I think it's the end of a cycle, not just for us, but my sense is that the planet's going through a shift as well, with this, change that's going on that I see here. So it's the end of a cycle. It's the beginning of a new world for you in a way. It's like, it's kind of like quite, quite dramatic for sure, because it's about emotions and as we can see here in the Knight of Cups, coming towards you, or coming from you actually, in this case. So I see you pursuing this. I really see you pursuing your passions much more than ever before. We got the Three of Pentacles, and as I said on top, and that is about working together as a team, bringing people together to work with. So we'll see how that goes. And then we got the Fool in your immediate past, and that is the beginning of a new journey for you. The Fool is the first card of the major arcana, and it is definitely about the beginning of a new journey. We've got Temperance card with that, so it's kind of like having some sense of balance while you're doing this, and the balance is coming from the well of energies and emotions and spirituality that's within you. So it's kind of moving from a soul level, like deep within you, this new part of your life that's going to be opening up. You've got the Six of Swords and the Four of Cups over you. So it's and I'm seeing this pattern. This is really interesting. So kind of dealing with transition in terms of moving towards, even though things aren't clear yet, I do see action. I see you slowly and deliberately kind of keeping on moving through this emotional catharsis that I see coming. And with the Four of Cups under you, this is also information for you that bringing your practical life in order to accommodate the opening of the heart that's coming for you. So kind of laying the foundation in your life for this to come, because it's only beginning with this new cycle and with the Fool coming. And that's opening you up to high, intuitive forces inside you, with the High Priestess down here at the bottom. And then we've got the Knight of Wands. So we've got the Knight of Wands moving towards you and the Knight of Cups moving from you. So I do see you pursuing this as your path seems to be moving more and more and showing itself towards you. And that's why it's important, I think, for the High Priestess to be engaged here, because that is, intuition, your connection with, your kind of knowingness, that level of being, which, as I say, with the Temperance card, I can see that more surfacing, that kind of deeper unknown areas of you now surfacing, so that it becomes much more a part of your life, an active part of you making decisions in your life. As I say, back here, it's the Two of Swords. So there is choices to be made, choices that you can't make just that simply by saying, okay, I'm going to choose to do this instead of that. Or wait a minute. Maybe I'll choose to do that instead of this. Let's figure this out. So these kinds of choices, these kinds of life choices that are coming for you are not going to be, choosing how to integrate love into your life, how to create a life based on that, how to, pursue your passions and stuff. They're not an either or answer. So that's where I see the intuition coming in, because I think this part of your life is now moving towards you with this Knight of Wands showing up. Then we got the Seven of Wands and the Judgment card. So kind of during the time, as I say, that you've had to do a lot of contemplation and envisioning, or I don't know how you do that. Let me just draw a card on that. You've moved from one part of your life, so you've come in from, for lack of a better word, you've come in from, kind of a war zone or whatever, survival zone, a war zone. And now you're going, I'm moving, I need to move out of here. I need to take my skills and my knowledge and my thoughts and my ideas, and I need to move beyond somewhere where I'm constantly having to be, on guard, and move into a different place, which is exactly what I see, as I said, with the Six of Swords here. So you got the Six and Seven of Swords. So I do see movement. I see moving towards a place that is much more based on, as I say, happiness and this intuitive sort of sense taking you there. And with the Seven of Wands, it's like, you've got the ability now to be able to handle stuff coming into your life and have the perspective, because you've got the Judgment card here, which is kind of the rebirth, where it's sort of like you saw the light, okay? Because this is like, right? And sort of this new perspective being offered to you, this new direction coming, kind of like in a vision or something like that. So you may have sensed it as you sense the end of the past cycle. And I'm just saying that this is about expansion and growth. And expansion here with Three of Wands too, as with the Seven of Wands. Expansion in terms of your world looking much more, there's more opportunities out there coming your way. Because remember I said the Knight of Wands is coming to you. And that's what I see here with the Three of Wands now. You're kind of looking out there and, from a different perspective, from kind of an overview, and looking out and just objectively, intuitively, not emotionally, but intuitively seeing what's out there for you, and starting to realize that there's a lot of possibilities for you. And then we've got the Page of Wands showing up here, and I'm just clarifying that with the Ten of Wands and with the Horned One. So it's kind of really important for you to be, to know where to move to next and not just do it impulsively. So where are you going to, because you've got the Ten of Wands here. So this is kind of like with the Ten of Cups, like creating this life that's based on, harmony and love. But also the Ten of Wands is like taking you and all the growth and all the development that you've gone through, and where is that going to go next? Where am I going to take that? And to not be influenced by fantasy or, delusion or, uh, you know, misinformation, that kind of thing. So it's important for you as the Page of Wands to kind of just hold on now while you're in flux, while you're looking at, movement starting to happen, and intuitively wait for messages to come. So asking for things, asking for signs, asking for, even from people that you may trust and, that you value their opinion, asking and then waiting until you start to get clear and then beginning to move. You've got the Tower on you still here in your subconscious and the Hangman. So a lot of your past kind of foundations, the things that your defenses, your survival mechanisms that you created to kind of protect yourself, but now are actually detrimental for you in terms of accessing your intuition and being able to move towards this really amazing opportunity that's coming your way. And the Hangman showing that, you've been sort of held up for a while, but because it took time for your perspectives to start to shift. And that's what the Tower does. It doesn't affect you physically or personally. It could, I guess, but it more affects your thoughts, your ideas, your value, what you thought you believed in. Breaks down, as I say, this armor that you had built around you so that you're much more open, and not having to feel like you have to defend yourself all the time. So that's a different perspective of going into things, because as you're looking for where you're going to kind of move to next, live next, be next, create from next, this is really important for you to intuitively kind of understand how that works and what the messages will be, and that they will be very different than you trying to figure it out with your mind, kind of thing. You've got the Three of Swords showing up in your in your environment, and the Two of Cups. So once again, this is about choices. This is about making some choices in terms to where to go emotionally. And because you were really hurt, your heart was broken here with the Three of Swords. You've put it behind you now, and now you're kind of like with the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords. As the Three of Wands is looking at opportunities, the Three of Swords is looking at emotional reconnection, and tentatively. And that's what I'm saying with the Hangman. It's going to be held up a bit. It's not like you're going to rush into this, and but I do think things are coming towards you too, and you're moving towards it. The Two of Cups is showing up here. As I said, it's about making choices and decisions about, that are based on, it's not just with the mind, but it's with the heart. So you got the Two of Swords feeling like you have to start making some decisions, but it has to be guided by the Two of Cups, which is why the Three of Swords, why that pain has to be put behind, so that your heart is open to new possibilities and can make those choices. You've got the King of Swords in a position of of hopes and desires, and the Seven of Pentacles. So you really want to keep building something that's solid, something that you experienced in the past in terms of successes that you had, and keep on building on those. But really important with the Tower on you, that anything that's holding you back by old pain, old perspectives that could have come out of that survival stuff, that they need to go. They need to be put aside, because you can't take that into this new kind of opportunity for you to build something really, flourishing and abundant and successful. Then you've got the Empress as the outcome card. And the Empress, now these are not male or female, the King of Swords, Empress, they're the divine energies that are within us, the masculine and feminine energies, and they're in all of us. So you have the Empress as the outcome, which really fits along with this Ten of Cups and Knight of Cups and Two of Cups. So this is like really important. It's like if you're giving birth to a baby, do you want to bring that baby into a world where, it's all kind of, people are in survival and they're, feeling defensive, and they're hurting each other or maybe breaking each other's heart and that kind of thing. It's really important to bring that baby into an environment that is much more reflective of the heart energies and of the spiritual energies. And that's what I see here, is you kind of laying that new foundation, because you're about to, emerge and give birth to your creativity. And so creating the environment for that to happen. And that's what I see here with the Two of Cups. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, Scorpio. I will be doing an extended, and I'm going to take a look at the Empress and see where that, extended into the future, and just get more information on it, and the Two of Cups here as well. I'm just going to draw a card now from the Wisdom of Avalon. And this is the card of rebirth, birth and rebirth. And with the ending of the cycle, as I said, you're about to give birth, and this is about your rebirth, so that you can give birth to your heart, your passion, your creativity, or it even could be a child. But it could be a child of like a physical child, but it could also be a creative child. Okay, so birth and rebirth is guiding you right now. All right, Scorpio. I'll see you next week, and if you want to check out the extended reading, as I say, the information is in the box below. All right.